Hey there, this is Chad Garber, and in today's video we're going to look at part 2 of how to play Stairway to Heaven on the guitar. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. If you want to make me smile, you can subscribe and then hit the little bell and it'll give you notifications every time I make a new video. So yesterday we looked at this. Okay, and today we're going to look at the next part, which is doing there is I'm starting at the I'm using my finger picking still, and I use my thumb to pick the A string, and I do open, I hit the open, and then I hit the second fret of the A string just by themselves, and then I'm going to do a C right there after that. I'm going to do a C and then just pick all the strings right in order. Open A, second fret on the A with my birdie finger, and then do a C, and then I strum right in order, the A, D, G, B, with my consecutive fingers, thumb, pointer finger, birdie finger, ring finger. And then I'm going to do a D. You're hitting the D and the E together while you're hitting the D string with your thumb and your ring finger. Then you're taking your birdie finger and hitting the B string, and then your pointer finger and hitting the G string. And then you go back to the high E with your ring finger. So it's do the same finger picking. You're going to do a modified F. I don't know if it's called a modified F. The reason I call it a modified F is because it's a normal F is like this. And this is the same thing except for it doesn't have the high E, the first fret of the high E. It just leaves that open instead. Okay, and so you do the same. You do that chord, the F without the high. So it's you put your pointer finger on the first fret of the B string, your birdie finger on the second fret of the G string, and then your ring finger on the third fret of the D string, and you do the same finger picking thing. You hit the D and the E with your thumb and your ring finger consecutively, and then do the same thing you did before. Hit the B, G, E. So it sounds like this. You're going to use your pointer finger, and you're going to hit the first fret of the B string. Actually, you're going to hit the open. You're going to hit the B string open, and I use my pointer finger for it, to the picking part. But the high, you do a hammer on. You do a hammer on the first fret of the B string. So you go open to 2 first frets. So on the B, you go open, first fret of the B, but you do a hammer on. And then you pick the second fret of the G string. Sorry about my allergies, they're bugging again. So then the second fret of the G string. So it goes. pointer finger for all that, I think. So anyway, so it sounds like this all together. Sorry. And then it repeats. But instead, so it goes to the C again, then it goes to a G, and what I do there is I'm not sure if this part's exactly right, but it sounds right to me. I do a G, and I use my thumb to hit the low E of the G, and then I use my ring finger to hit the high E of the G. Hit the next two strings, the high E. Once I do that, I just hit the B and the G. Then you go back to the D, extend the D, or whatever that is called. When you have the D, you have the D string, but you have your pinky on the 3rd fret of the E string. So you hit it once with the pinky on there. You do it twice. Again, with your thumb on the D and your ring finger on the high E. You do that, hit that. You get those together twice, and then you do a hammer. You do a pull off on with that pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E. You hit the B and the E, or the B and the G with your ring finger and your birdie finger. So it sounds like this. So here's the whole thing so far. Then it does the whole thing again. I'll go ahead and do the next part. And then you get the pick for the first time in the song and you hit the G. So. So what we're doing there is, it doesn't do a G there. I gotta figure out what it does. It might do a G, but just for now, we're gonna whatever that chord is, we'll figure that out soon. But just the main next part is you're gonna do an A minor with your pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E. take your pinky off that. And you just hit the A minor regular. And then you hit the D with your pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E. And then you take your pinky off and hit it twice. So it's, and then you do that same, you repeat the A minor part with the pinky, and then go to the A minor, and then you go to, which is way up here on the, 7th, 8th, 9th, I think the 9th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9th fret with your so you put your ring finger on the 9th fret of the G string, your birdie finger on the 8th fret of the B string, and then your pointer finger on the 7th fret of the high E. And then you go down 2 frets and you put your ring finger on the 7th fret of the G string and your pinky on the 7th fret of the B string, and then you put your pointer finger on the 5th fret of the E string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. That's the shape that you use. And then you take that shape and you slide it down 2 frets. And then slide it back up. So it's, there might be an easier way to finger that. Hopefully you can see my right hand here. So the whole thing sounds like this. Okay, so then the other part we're going to go into real quick is the 3rd part, actually, that we're looking at today. So. Okay, so what you're doing there is you're basically going, so you're going to hit the open A, use your birdie finger to hit the 2nd fret of the A string, and then use your ring finger to hit the 3rd fret of the A string. And then you're going to do that C again. And you're going to have 1, 2, 3. You're just going to pick like this. You're going to go, you're going to pick the A, the G, and the D. No, the A, the D, and the G. In that order. And then back to the G. So A, G, D. No, I'm sorry. A, D, G, D. A, D, G, D. And then you're going to do that same pattern, but you're going to put your birdie finger on the 2nd fret of the A string instead of the 2nd fret of the D string. Do the same pattern. And then you're going to do an A minor. I can't remember if it does that or if it just goes. But either way. And so all that is 1, A. So it's an A minor going A, D, G, back to the D, G, B, then back down, G, D, A. And if might do this. All that is doing a hammer hammer-on pull-off, and going back to the so it's and does the same one again, repeats that, then does that same one, and then and at the very end there it has a G A minor. So the whole thing is. One more of those. It does a half one. Then it goes back to this part. Now, whatever he says, don't be alarmed now. Then it just repeats. So that's the main, that's all the parts together. You just gotta listen to the song and how, see how it all fits together. And the only other thing is at the very end, well, a couple of things is at the end it goes. So anyway, that last part is you're basically doing the D, and then you're putting your pinky finger on the high E on the 3rd fret, and going strumming without it, twice without it, and then twice with it. No, once with it. Except for the last time you hit it twice, and then once without it. So you see it. Back to that. Back to C. And then then you just go to that chord with where you put your birdie finger on the 2nd fret of the A string instead of the 2nd fret of the G string, the D string. And then you're basically doing a bar chords for you're gonna go A, G, G, F. So A, G, G, F, 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 G. So that's it. I'm not going to play it all together because I think you got the idea. You just got to listen to the song. And I think that is it. So anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. And if you want to subscribe, you can make me happy and hit the little notification. You'll get notifications